Have you ever felt that sting in your chest when someone else succeeds? That uncomfortable twist of emotion when a friend gets the promotion you wanted, or when someone else seems happier, more talented, or more admired? That feeling is what Shakespeare once called the green-eyed monster, jealousy. Today, we're going to explore jealousy, not just what it is, but how to recognize it, understand it, and ultimately transform it. This is a journey through both psychology and philosophy. Let's dive in. What is jealousy really? Jealousy is one of the most common yet most unspoken emotional experiences. It's not easy to admit, honestly. It feels petty, even shameful at times. But behind that feeling is something very human. At its core, jealousy arises when we perceive a threat, not to our safety, but to our sense of self. We feel like someone else's success somehow diminishes our own worth. Psychologists call this social comparison. We measure ourselves not in a vacuum, but against others. Philosophers have long pondered this too. Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish thinker, once said, "Admiration is a generous emotion. Envy is secretly malicious." Jealousy, then, is admiration twisted by insecurity. Step 1. Own the emotion. The first step to dealing with jealousy is surprisingly difficult. Admit that it's there. We live in a culture that values confidence, independence, and self-mastery. So jealousy feels like a weakness we should hide. But the truth is, emotions only gain power in the dark. The moment we bring them to light, we shrink their hold over us. So, pause for a second. Think of someone who makes you feel that sting of envy. Now be honest with yourself. Yes, I feel jealous of this person. That simple act of acknowledgement is already a form of strength. It's an act of emotional courage. Step 2. Understand the roots. Let's go deeper. Jealousy is often rooted in a hidden belief. There's only so much good to go around. We see someone winning, and well, we assume there's less left for us. Less attention, less love, less success. But this is a mindset of scarcity. In reality, the world isn't a pie with limited slices. Someone else's light doesn't dim yours. It just reminds you of your own potential. Philosopher Bertrand Russell said, "It is preoccupation with possessions more than anything else that prevents us from living freely and nobly." Jealousy clings to possession, not just of things, but of status, relationships, and even identity. To loosen its grip, we need to shift from scarcity to abundance, from fear to trust. Step 3. Don't compare. Differentiate. Now let's talk about comparison. Think about the elements of nature: earth, air, fire, water. Which is the best? You can't say. Each serves its own purpose. Likewise, people are not meant to be ranked. We are meant to be realized, to fulfill our unique expression of life. Comparison assumes sameness, but individuality is what makes you valuable. Even identical twins with the same DNA have different experiences, emotions, and destinies. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In other words, walk your own path, even if it looks different. You are not late, you are not behind, you are simply on your journey. Step 4. Compete with yesterday's you. Here's a powerful shift. Stop measuring yourself by what others have done. Start measuring yourself by what you did yesterday. Compete not with the world, but with your past self. That means asking, am I more disciplined than I was last week? Did I speak more kindly today than yesterday? Have I taken even one step forward? This kind of inner competition leads to growth, not bitterness. When your focus turns inward, there's no room for envy, only improvement. Step 5. Practice joy for others, Mudita. Now comes the most profound practice, one that comes from ancient Buddhist philosophy. It's called Mudita, and it means sympathetic joy. It's the art of celebrating the happiness and success of others, not despite your struggles, but alongside them. It sounds difficult, and honestly it is, but it's also liberating. When someone else wins, cheer for them. Say, "May you thrive," not just with your words, but with your heart. This practice rewires your brain. Instead of seeing others as rivals, you start to see them as reminders of what's possible. You start to root for people, and in turn, you feel more rooted in yourself. So, here are some final thoughts. The gift behind the monster. Jealousy is uncomfortable, but it's not evil. In fact, it can be a teacher. It shows you what you long for. It reveals where you feel inadequate. And honestly, it points to the places inside you that are still healing. Instead of suppressing jealousy, just listen to it, then rise above it. Use it to become wiser, more compassionate, and more you. And remember, your light doesn't fade when someone else shines. It actually grows stronger together. If this message spoke to you, consider sharing it. Let's create a world where we grow through our struggles, not in spite of them. And don't forget to subscribe for more weekly reflections at the crossroads of psychology and philosophy.